idea about becoming a wellness coach, right? So how did you take the idea and mold it into a practice where you have your own website and a web series? Like, tell me the steps.
I really think the key is to start small. I do take other side jobs that aren't related to my practice, such as like video editing and other things part-time. And that's really so that I can keep the vision of my business strong in what it is and not try to spread myself too thin, do a million things, and just like take clients anywhere that I can get them.
Right.
So at this point, I'm not making a ton of money doing this. I actually see within the next few months I might be able to hire someone, which is really exciting. Yeah, but it's really starting small.
Did you develop a business plan before, when you had the idea that this is what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I had an informal business plan. I mentioned earlier, I journal and I write a lot. So a lot of what I was doing the end of 2012, beginning of 2013 was really writing out and becoming clear with myself. Who do I want to work with? What is this business going to look like? How am I going to make money? How am I going to charge people for things? But I didn't have specifically a formal business plan.
Okay, so you're not at the point now where you had to find sort of like financial backing, like it's pretty much all you?
Yeah, right now it is, but really, like I said, it's starting really small and keeping that vision that you want and taking other jobs that may not be like your dream job to sustain you in the meanwhile. And I think that's really important to say, actually. If you have, if you have a dream of having a production company or whatever it is, and I wouldn't suggest you immediately quit all of your other jobs and put all of your money into opening an office and being like, here's my production company. Because if you don't have the clients yet, it's good to take other jobs, to really do whatever it is you need to do. And at this point, I'm okay with that. Sometimes when I'm doing things, I'm like, God, I wish I could be working on my website right now, and I'm not, but I'm like, that's okay. I gotta pay my rent this month,
It's nice to hear that, you like still have the hustle
Oh,
while you're still
absolutely.
trying to make do with what
Yeah.
you're trying to do, and everyone can relate to that, because I feel like everyone is doing a million different things
It's true.
at the same time.
It's true.
So before you mentioned having your own quarter life crisis, and I know that as somebody in their mid-20s, I am sort of in the midst of it right now. So since you're a coach, what advice do you have somebody for sort of unsure about the next steps that they're going to take?
One thing that is just very basic that I tell people a lot is using journaling and writing for therapy almost. That's what I do, and it works really well for me. And another thing is just I have a lot of conversations with people like, what is something you did that was super inspiring that you loved and felt elated, and then we'll sort of take that experience and think, what were the things there that like felt so good, and sort of piece together maybe a possible career or job that would feel good with those kind of things. Another thing, like I said, and I really think especially in Los Angeles, people need to slow down and really take care of themselves. And I think that that's actually the physical aspect of taking care of yourself. It can't be said enough. And, something that I can tell everyone, the most simple thing that you can do, and this is probably maybe silly or obvious, but if you can not be sleep deprived, if you can get enough sleep and really commit to that, that's something I did in 2013. I committed to not being sleep deprived anymore.
Okay.
Changed my life. And drink more water.
What is the best advice that you can give someone who wants to do what you do?
First, I would say really check in with yourself and know specifically what it is that you want to do and what education can you get to empower yourself. So, for me, I'm always learning. I'm taking online courses. I'm going to workshops. I'm doing things to really make myself of best service. So that would be a start. And then really for anyone who's looking to, start a new career or job, whether it's what I do or elsewise, you really just have to make a plan.
Right.
Put one foot in front of the other, put another foot in front of the other when you're tired.
But it's so hard to get yourself into gear.
Totally, it is. And that's why I've said really 2013 is where this is all taken off for me more. Mm-hmm. And it's because I told myself, I was like, if I'm going to be an ambassador for wellness and really like inspiring people towards that, I have to take care of myself first. So really taking care of yourself and, you know, getting that sort of taken care of so that you can have the energy to work on your business or whatever it is. Because I see so many entrepreneurs in my family and my friend group and my community who are just like, you know, they're like dying because they're working 24 hours a day and they're not eating right and they're not sleeping enough, and their adrenal glands are blasted because they're just drinking coffee all the time, and it's not sustainable in the long term. And that's one thing I've actually really learned from my dad, who was a total maniac workaholic, and now in his 60s, he's 66, he still works full time. But he takes time now. He goes golfing. He, you know, plays board games with my mom, and you know, he's a stand for that too. So really, if you want to do this long term and you see yourself, you know, whatever it is in your goal or your business or your passion long term, just make sure that you take care of yourself.
So you're sort of ever evolving. You know, you're trying to educate yourself as much as possible. So looking forward, like what are you interested in getting into to start incorporating into the sessions that you have with clients?
It's really fun for me to be a teacher, and I've always sort of had that teacher-leader mentality. I was actually a science substitute teacher.
I can totally see
in my early 20s. It was really fun, although sometimes when I taught the high school kids, they thought I was a high school student. That was kind of awkward. But so leading more group programs really inspires me, and also I'm looking to do retreats. So, you know, leading retreats and doing group classes is really where it's at for me right now. I love being with a lot of people, so.